Hello everybody and welcome back to iCommand. This is TV Boy and we have a skirmish game log review for you from our April tournament. I know we have had quite a lot of campaign content lately. I'm sure you campaign only players have been very happy with. We had the Bestman Gambit campaign that just finished last week. You probably have seen that. And today that I'm recording this, so maybe yesterday for you all watching, Monday I posted a video that I collaborated with Hex on for how to use the Imperial Assault Tabletop Simulator module to run a campaign. So definitely check that out if you're interested. But for my fellow skirmish players, I am going to be doing some more skirmish content this week because we are wrapping up our April tournament and we've had both of our top four semifinals games finished. And I'm actually just waiting for the finals to take place. But before we get to the finals, obviously, we got to watch the semifinals, and I'm really excited because there's some really cool lists that made it into the top four. Starting off here with Morgan and Joey. So I think Morgan was undefeated, went 3-0, and Joey went 2-1. And so we had 16 players in the April tournament, which has made it one of our largest tournaments we've had in a while. I think we've really found success with this tournament format of doing a tournament every month. People play a round each week, 3 rounds, 3 weeks, and then the final round of the month is for people to do their top 4 games. And people are playing for prizes. Of course, first place of the tournament gets a set of Imperial Assault custom dice from Custom Meeple. They are shiny and beautiful, and so we're doing that March, April, May, and June until we hit Season 10 in July. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm really glad this has been working out. We're starting our May tournament this week. We're just waiting for a few people to get their lists in. And we've got 14 players signed up for the May tournament. So not as much as April, but more than March, so that's good. And I get to play too. I'm kind of excited. We had 13 signed up, so I jumped in as our 14th player to avoid any buys. But we're waiting for the finals of the April tournament still to happen. But before we watch that, obviously we need to see our top 4 semifinals games. Starting with this one, we've got Morgan versus Joey. So Morgan was undefeated in Swiss. He went 3-0 and coming into this top 4 match. And then Joey was 2-1. So I believe he lost his round 3 game. I'm not sure who he lost it to, but I'll have to check. But we're playing on Infiltration Games, so this is the map on ISB Training Grounds where you have to pick up the tap and then install it on one of these 3 or 6 panels. And if you can keep it installed, you get 4 VPs from it at the end of the round. But once it's installed, the opponent can attack it and destroy it. It only has 4 health and 1 block, so it's very fragile and easy to destroy. So for the most part, players, this is kind of a kill mission where then once you've defeated enough of your opponent's figures and you can safely install your tap without it being destroyed, you start to rack up VPs to close out the game. Now, I'm excited for this game, and I decided to cover this game instead of the other semifinals because the other one we've already seen has Destruct 1, who is playing his double Rancor Imperial list, and we've seen that in action already. But we haven't seen either of these players' lists in action for this tournament, and I've been waiting for the top 4 to see them in action. Starting off with Morgan. Morgan is playing a list that he's been playing since, I want to say, Season 7. Yeah, because I think that's when Leia came out in her updated form. So this is Wonder Twins with Robo Nanny, is what I'm calling it. It's Luke, Hero Luke, so 7 points, the one that gives a reroll, with Heir to the Jedi, which gives him +1 damage on his ranged attack and a focus on his Saber Strike, with Leia, and then he's got Saska to bring in IG-11. So actually Saska was 4 points. She'd been recosted down to 4 back in like Season 3. So I think this was still possible in season 7, but definitely got an upgrade with Saska in season 8. So anyway, he's bringing in IG-11, the nurse droid, which is 9 points for a 3 dice rapid fire figure. And then he's also got Yoda, C-3PO, and Gideon, and R2. So he's got some card draw and a lot of extra focus. And then he's got heroic effort. So we haven't seen this list before. I was actually considering doing another round 3 game of his game against John, because that one looked actually really entertaining. But we're running a little bit behind with my game coverage, and we are getting into May, so we might go back and look at that. But you've probably seen this on the channel. I featured it on the channel before, I think, playing against Herbie's double Rancor list, and it is very powerful. And every time Morgan plays this list, I think he goes undefeated. So I think he was yet to drop a game in a tournament setting with this list. It's a very strong list. But we've got Joey, who is playing as always, it's Joey, playing an underdog list, doing the impossible, making it into top 4 with Shoretroopers, of all things. So if you guys, if you're part of the IACP community, you'll know Shoretroopers came out in, I think, season 4. They're a Legion figures, so we added them to the game. They weren't doing very well, and then they got a redo in season 6, I think, and then they were way too strong with the redo, and so they got kind of reverted back, and they've been kind of languishing with people saying they're unplayable and just not good. But Joey is running 2 copies in his list, 2 groups of them, and he's got Vader's Finest on them from season 8. Which lets them focus one of their figures in the group for a special action. He's also got Terro and 2 elite Stormtroopers. These are vanilla Stormtroopers. In IACP, they're 7 points instead of 9, but that's it. And then one of those Stormtroopers is going to be coming in with Lion Ambush, a card we've definitely been seeing a lot of lately. And then he's got Zillow Technique and Rule by Fear. And it looks like he has discarded Provoke with Rule by Fear. A card that can force your opponent to activate a figure that is standing next to a trooper or guardian. So not going to be using that, but I could see how that could be pretty powerful as a way to chain activations. So this will be interesting. I'm looking at the map and the lists. It feels like Morgan would have an advantage. He can just kind of stand in the back near his terminal, or maybe in this area. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. In this area. And yeah, just be able to, be able to kind of pick off anything that comes too close at long range. So Joey's definitely going to have his work cut out for him, but let's see how it goes. Looks like Morgan has the initiative and has chosen the red deployment zone. I think it's interesting. I think we've started to establish that the blue deployment zone might actually be better, especially if you have long-range attackers that can take advantage of this space right here to attack the opponent's figures in this terminal area. This is a really good attacking spot. If you can take control of it from the opponent and control this side of the map, you have a very good spot to attack the opponent from. But the red side is good at controlling this room right here. If I can stop right-clicking. This room right here. But in the other mission, there is 2 objectives in the middle of this room. This mission only has 1 objective. I don't know what's going on, but let's go through it. Let's get into it already. I've yapped enough. Okay, oh no, Joey has initiative. Okay, so Joey took the blue deployment zone, and that makes more sense because, like I said, for all the reasons I just gave. So it looks like Joey's starting off with a pass, since he's only got 1, 2, 3, wow, only 4 activations, so that's interesting. Oh, 3PO gonna activate and gonna play Devotion, gonna pull out Son of Skywalker, and no spies in Joey's list, so not going to be able to do anything about that Son of Skywalker in the hand, but at least Joey can now play around it. So Son of Skywalker, 3 points for Luke Skywalker, lets him ready his deployment card at the end of any figure's activation. Very powerful card, but a lot of times you have to kind of guess whether the Luke player has it or not, and whether you can take a little more risks against them. But if you know they have it, you know you have to play around it. So at least there's that. Joey gonna pass. Looks like Saska activating for Morgan. Gonna open that middle door. Give a device token to Leia, which is pretty good with Leia, who is blue, yellow, yellow. So Leia definitely enjoys being able to change one of those yellows into a different color with the device token. R2 gonna draw a card for Morgan. And it looks like now that Morgan's down to 4 activations, Joey's going to have to activate something. So he's going to activate his Stormtrooper group. And it looks like they're going to be picking up those taps. Interesting placement for this guy. Standing out in the open, he's definitely going to get shot. I wonder if Joey is trying to get a focus off of Last Stand here and then use reinforcements to just put that guy right back into play. And that would maximize his reinforcements efficiency. That's a 2-point command card that lets you respawn a dead trooper that costs 3 points or less. Alright, so Morgan using Yoda to draw a card and put a card back on the bottom. No Channel of Force shenanigans there. And now we've got the Shoretroopers activating for Joey. We've got one of them's going to focus, and the other one both moving on to the terminal. Okay. Alright, so Morgan's going to go ahead and oblige this this strategy from Joey to sacrifice this trooper. It's 3 points for Morgan after all. Let's see. Oh, that's too loud. Let's make that softer. So, let's see, he needs range 2, 4, 6, 8. He's definitely got the range. Yeah, that's a dead Stormtrooper, I think. Okay, now it's dead. Oh yeah, they have 5 health. Yeah, now it's dead, even if Joey discards a card for Zilla Technique. So, yep, there's the focus token on the Stormtrooper. So, I think Joey did that very intentionally. Okay, but Terro's just going to stand in the open? No, he's going to tuck Terro in. Okay, there we go. So Terro tucks in behind the blocking terrain. Morgan going to activate Leia, it looks like, to play Planning, to draw 2 cards. She is a leader. And where's Leia going to go? And nobody's picking up taps for Morgan, so Morgan does not seem to value VPs from the mission. He knows where he's going to get his VPs. It's from Joey's figures, dead bodies. That's where he's going to do it. So Leia moves in on the left side of the map next to IG. So I think Morgan is definitely playing this correctly. We saw in our last game where the player who had the red deployment zone, they clustered everybody up on this side by their terminal, and they didn't put enough forces here on the left. And that allowed the opponent to kind of take pot shots for free into their formation. Now, it didn't work out for the blue player in that game, but I think it is correct to put some kind of substantial force here so that you can punish the blue player if they venture too far to the left of the map. Alright, interesting though, the Shoretroopers are bunching up on the right side. Everybody on the right. So it looks like Joey's strategy is going to be to take this middle room. Or excuse me, the room on the right, and Morgan is going to the left. Wow, okay, Luke's coming down for some pot shots. You don't get anything for controlling the panels by themselves. So Morgan getting aggressive with Luke with last activation, and going to use now Son of Skywalker. Now Joey did hide Terro behind the Stormtrooper, but unfortunately he's hiding behind the focus Stormtrooper. Of course, if the Stormtrooper dies, then the other Stormtrooper will get focused, so not that big of a deal. So Luke going to ready with Son of Skywalker, and now going to perform an attack on the focus Stormtrooper. Gets +1 damage from Son of Skywalker, and he is focused from Yoda. And I think that's a dead Stormtrooper for sure. Now, of course, this Luke, not quite as deadly with Son of Skywalker as Jedi Luke, since this Luke doesn't perform multiple attacks nearly as much. But of course, being able to activate twice when you have and he still has a very powerful attack, is very good. So, honestly though, 3-point figure dead from Son of Skywalker. I think if I'm Joey, I'm kind of happy about that. And then Luke retreats back to the left side hallway. Yeah, I think this left side hallway is very important on this mission. Okay, so round 2 initiative going to Morgan now, who is going to play second chance on IG-11. Since, yeah, that's right, IG-11 is kind of just standing in an open spot here. When you're the red player and you're trying to hold this position, that is what's tricky about it, is you only this space and kind of this space are safe. But even this space is not safe if your opponent opens their terminal door. They can attack you from down there. Alright, Force Rush and Urgency. Ah, wow, okay. This is a strong play from Morgan. We see Leia using Urgency and Force Rush. She is a Force user in IACP. To get, what is that, 9 movement? She's going to move 9 spaces. And going to use Battlefield Leadership? No. No, maybe not. Oh, wait, there's a negation on the Urgency. Although the negation should be on the Force Rush. She can't use Battlefield Leadership, though, because Luke is too far back. Okay, but she is going to do a focused attack on the Shoretrooper with element of surprise. And that is a very bad roll for Leia. I don't even think she has accuracy. Oh no, with Surge she does, but she has rolled so many Surges there. So I think she's going to be using Saska here with that device token, using that power converter ability to probably change the yellow to a red. No, do you want a red? 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got 4 on the dice. It's range 9. So she actually needs all the accuracy she's gotten. So maybe, oh, the blue. So I think you reroll the blue. But you have to reroll it as a blue. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She needs 2 accuracy at least on the dice somewhere. I don't know. Let's see what she does. Or what Morgan does, what he does. Maybe the green then, right? So if you reroll the green as a green, I'm going to reroll the blue as a blue. Okay. Shoretroopers have 7 health. Yeah, yep. So 3, 4, 5. Surge for +2 damage. Surge for accuracy. Oh no, you don't even need accuracy. Which doesn't really surge for anything else. So that's going to be 5 damage. So she's too short. And now going to use, so use Saska. Oh, another reroll. She used Luke to reroll the first one. That's what I missed there. So now Saska rerolling the green. Oh, does that do it? I think that might have done it. Pushed it over the edge. Now there's 5 damage on there. And oh, because the blue had that extra accuracy, he felt more confident re-rolling the green die. He could have re-rolled it as a red, I think. Right? Oh no, he's 1 short. He needs 9 accuracy, so re-rolls the green as a green, but that is going to mean he now has the accuracy he needs and 5 damage. Surge for +2 is 7. However, I don't think he can get through Zillow Technique here. So Joey discards Urgency for Zillow Technique to add a block. And the Shoretrooper lives with 1 health remaining. Uses the movement on Luke. Even though he can't attack, he can still get the movement point. And then, military efficiency, the really important part here is shuffling Son of Skywalker back into the deck to be redrawn. And that's why devotion is really important there. even though you're giving your opponent the information, Morgan's deck is all about recycling the powerful command cards he uses. Son of Skywalker, guild programming for IG-11. I think there's one other card he recycles with it a lot, but those are the two big ones. Okay, and we've got a focused Shoretrooper attacking Leia. Retaliating here. Focused off of Vader's Finest. And also is going to get an extra movement from Vader's Finest. And he gets to reroll with Squad Training since he's next to Terro. So is going to reroll that red and gets the triple. He's got +2 accuracy built in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got Surge for +2 accuracy. But Leia has 2 evades. Oh no. 3, 4, 5. He needed that extra surge. Oh man, that would have done a lot of damage too. If that surge had been a block or a blank, that would have been like 7 damage. Alright, he is going to stay there. So Shoretrooper moves back. And R2 is going to draw a card from Morgan. Looks like Joey passed as Saska is now activating and gives a device token to IG-11. Now it's important to note that Saska can only use Power Converter once per round, so even if she can give out device tokens to other figures, none of them can use that device token until next turn. So it looks like another pass from Joey. Now we have to remember, Lion Ambush is coming up soon. Once Joey has activated 3 groups. So Gideon gonna focus Saska. So it must be oh no, he's not gonna focus Saska. He's gonna move Yoda to stand between Saska and Gideon. Yoda's gonna activate, uses Wisdom to draw a card and put a card back, then moves down to stand next to Luke and gives Luke a focus. And now we see the Shoretroopers activating for Joey. The focused Shoretrooper gonna open the door to the room on the right, and the second Shoretrooper just gonna move down, both of them moving back into the blue deployment zone, and both of them now focused. C-3PO activates for Morgan. Looks like he's double moved 3PO. Both taps left behind in Morgan's deployment zone. And now we've got a focused Stormtrooper attack on Leia. And it looks like another range, I think this is range 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, range 7 shot. But he is focused and he does have a reroll. Leia blanks out and the Stormtrooper almost max rolls. He needed one more surge to get through Leia's innate evade. But he is doing 5 damage. Oh, he's going to reroll for that surge, but is still just... Oh, actually, did he have accuracy there? Oh, that's the problem. He does not have accuracy. He's 1 short. So he did need that surge to do the surge for +3 damage, which means he's only going to be doing 3 damage here, but at least he's going to be doing something. Alright, now Luke gets activate. Going to take a focused retaliatory shot on the Stormtrooper, who goes down, and means that these Stormtroopers are not going to be able to play reinforcements like I was predicting. I thought Joey had reinforcements in his hand, and that's why he sacrificed that first Stormtrooper, but it did not work out that way. And I believe, let's see, that's right, so the Shoretroopers, they did get slightly buffed after they became a little broken. The slight buff was that they went from being a 7.4 figure cost deployment group to being a 3-figure cost deployment group, which means that they can be reinforced with reinforcements. So we'll see if that comes into play. Oh, but here's the second group of Stormtroopers now coming in with Lion Ambush. And they're just going to deploy to Joey's deployment zone, interestingly. Could have gone up to Morgan's deployment zone and maybe try to kill Gideon, but it looks like Joey has decided to commit to this fight with the twins. The twins are so hard to kill if you don't really focus them down, because they both have Recover 2. and they can both do multiple attacks with military leadership and Son of Skywalker. If you don't really gun them down quickly, they will just recover whatever chip damage you put onto them, and it's like they sometimes can feel like they have 16 or 20 health each, just from the recover. So you're going to see a big volley go into Leia. That's what you want to see. No surges, and you got the exact accuracy needed, so that's going to be 3 more damage to Leia, who has 11 health. Second one, going to move all the way up to get the minimum range he needs. Doesn't want him to deal with needing surges for accuracy, but Luke is going to play Get Behind Me. Actually, it might be Yoda. Yoda playing Get Behind Me to block line of sight, or to take the attack for Leia. And I'm not sure why the Stormtrooper is stunned. I do not know. It's probably a card I can't see. Maybe Concentrated Fire. Oh yeah, there's a Concentrated Fire, so that sucks. So this guy came up, attacked Leia with Concentrated Fire, and now Yoda's going to take the attack. The other guy got stunned for it, but there should be a red dice. Oh yeah, it's because I can't see. There we go. So red dice. That's unfortunate because that's going to be 3 damage back. That was a perfectly timed Get Behind Me, because Yoda likes to send back extra damage when you add more dice to your attack pool against him. So this is, oh, unfortunately lost that surge, so only 4 damage to Yoda, who has 9 health. And you're going to send 3 damage back to the Stormtrooper. So that is once per round, though. Is he going to go for Leia or going to go for Yoda? Going to go for Yoda now. But that is not going to kill Yoda. That is going to do 3 damage to Yoda. But Yoda does not have the recover that Leia does. So maybe that's what Joey's thinking, is get rid of Yoda and then start working on the twins, now that he's been forced to attack it. Oof, IG-11 coming down now to make some attacks here. With the guild programming, this is going to be focused attacks. I don't see these Stormtroopers surviving here. Interesting, he focused the one that is in line of sight of IG-11, but then again, if it does die, the other one will become focused anyway. And so we just saw 2 Stormtroopers go down. The third one should be focused. I don't believe that ability is once per round. So this guy should be focused. And now Terro is going to activate, and Terro is going to come in and get some revenge, it looks like. Oh no, is Son of Skywalker played here? Oh, this is all being milled by the flamethrower. So this is all being taken as strain. So Morgan lost Son of Skywalker to the strain from the flamethrower, which is also going to weaken all of these figures, which is going to be big. It's too bad he couldn't have weakened them first, but I think he had to do that because, first of all, Yoda wasn't there. Second of all, if those Stormtroopers were just left standing there, they would have gotten wiped out, probably. So, all right, looks like we're drawing back up. So it was interesting that Joey got the last activation there thanks to Lion Ambush. And okay, there we go. So weaken and a damage on all of them. That leaves Yoda at 1 health left. That explains why he's going for Yoda. Now it makes sense. And Joey's got initiative. Can he keep it? There's the cavalry charge. This is what makes Terro so good, is this command card right here. Start of the round, gives all friendly troopers within 3 spaces a +1 damage bonus. Unfortunately, a lot of the troopers have died, but Joey has still 5 left, and so he could get, if he can keep Terro alive here for the next few activations, this is going to be a huge damage buff to all of his troopers. Plus giving Terro an extra +1 block to help him survive the round. Let's see, what just got played? Oh, and there's reinforcements to bring back a Stormtrooper. Again, that other Stormtrooper should be focused. Morgan's got to take initiative, though. Can Joey keep it? I saw the negation. There's negation. No, he played negation. He played negation earlier on turn 1 to stop the urgency. So, unfortunately, Morgan did take the initiative back from Joey. Alright, this turn going to be crucial for both players. I think this is is the turn where it's going to decide what happens. And I should note, Morgan is up 15-0 right now. So I think unless Joey can do some major damage, Morgan does have the advantage. He now has initiative going into this round, and he's got all of his figures that can do double attacks right there, where they can just stand and shoot. And I think what's going to happen is Joey's going to be in a tough position here where, I mean, Morgan probably can't one-shot Terro, most likely with the +1 block and Zillow technique, even with 2 attacks, especially since 2 of his double attackers are weakened, Leia and Luke, which is big from the flamethrower. But if Morgan can put enough damage into Terro to threaten to kill Terro on the next activation, then Joey's going to have to activate Terro. He's going to have to choose to either activate Terro or lose his Terro activation, but get to activate his Stormtroopers and get the +1 damage bonus from Cavalry Charge. I think what Joey's going to need here is something like Squad Swarm, which would let you activate 2 units with the same name that cost 14 combined points or less. And I have to imagine he's playing it since he's got 2 Shoretroopers and 2 Stormtroopers. If we can get a Squad Swarm off here and go with 4 Shoretroopers, although Terro is blocking line of sight for them, so it's going to be really tough. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, are they speed 5? Wait, they're speed 5. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could be able to get 3 attacks off at least, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe do something with this other shore and go kill 3PO or something. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to see Squad Swarm here. Okay. So 3PO is exhausted for take initiative. Leia is gonna start us off. Makes sense. Leia is at death's door pretty much here, and if he can get some recover with her, it would make her survive a lot longer. Plus, activating her is going to discard that weakened condition, which is going to help her defense a lot by bringing that +1 evade back online. So this makes sense. I think, yeah, because Yoda is not going to be doing much this round by activating him, even though he's at 1 health. So Leia, battlefield leadership, going to attack Terro. And she's got the device token from Saska, so she can reroll. Plus, she's got a reroll from Luke. And this list just has a lot of synergy and a lot of double 3 dice attacks in 1 activation, which is really good. So she's going to lose a surge, so she's got 1 surge for +2. Oh, and Terro rolled an evade. So actually, there's no surges on the dice. So right now, she'd be doing 2 damage to Terro, which is pretty bad. Gonna use Power Converter, gonna give up the surges, and rolls a red butthole there. You hate to see that. But I think she's still gonna be doing more damage here than she was before. 3 damage to Terro. There's a card being played. Oh, it's shuffling back in, what was that? Oh, Son of Skywalker. Okay. So it uses military efficiency here to shuffle Son of Skywalker back into the deck. That was the second time it was played this game. No, it wasn't played. It got milled by Strain. So shuffled it back in. So it will have been. It's only been used once so far. So 3 damage to Terro. I wonder if Joey should have pitched a card there, but no, he's only got 3 cards in his hand. So sometimes you want to pitch proactively with Zillow, even if it's not to save your figure, just because to take advantage of the fact that Zillow you can only pitch once per attack, so you can kind of cheat that against multiple attacks. If you front load your Zillow discards, you can get more discards for more blocks that way to try to save a figure. But Leia's moving, so I don't know what happened with battlefield leadership there. Yeah, I think he needs to do his battlefield leadership attack. So Luke gonna move 1 space and now going to attack Terro. Did Leia recover? No, she didn't get to use any surges there, so the weekend really paid off from Terro. And we're gonna see weekend here again, but Luke only has a surge for +2, and he's only got 1 damage on it, looks like. He recovered earlier. And he gets +1 damage on his attack from Heir to the Jedi. We've got 3 blocks total. 1, 2, and 2 surges on the dice, so he's going to be able to surge for +2. That's going to be 6 damage against 3 blocks, so 3 damage into Terro. He does reroll with Heir to the Jedi gives Luke a reroll. Oh, what did he get? Oh, he went from surge to surge. Okay, same result. Same result, so 3 damage to Terro puts him at 6. He's got 7 health left. Alright, so now we're going to see what Joey's going to do. He's going to do Terro, who's got 7 health left, or his troopers to try and maximize the damage output. Let's see what he does. If he goes with the Shoretroopers, I'm assuming he's got Squad Swarm. Otherwise, he might go with the Stormtroopers. So Leia runs away. Discards the weakened. Luke's still weakened. Okay, he's going to go with Terro. So he's going to kill Yoda with the flamethrower. I don't think Terro gets a bonus from his own card. You gain plus and while a friendly trooper. Oh, he does! He does get a bonus from his own card. That card's so good. Terro is honestly kind of mid in IACP, even with his little quality of life updates. But man, we made Cavalry Charge pack a punch, didn't we? So he's gonna flamethrower, so deals 1 damage and 1 strain to Yoda and Luke. And doesn't hit IG though. That would have been perfect. If he could have weakened IG there, that would have really hurt. And then looks like Morgan discards Celebration. Oh no, Joey's playing Celebration, and Morgan discarding or using Negation. So Luke took 2 damage there from the strain and the damage. So we're gonna negate the Celebration. Yeah, Joey needed those VPs to catch up.
Get another chance at this, Admiral.
We're using it once per round here. I wonder if Morgan used. Oh, there's the heroic effort. I saw it go off there in his hand. So Yoda died. Morgan remembered to use heroic effort. I think that's what separates the top 4 players from the rest. Is the top 4 players remember their heroic effort triggers. That's so terrible. Okay, so Terro gonna finish his activation. He still has another action, and he's got 3 movement points from Mountain. Looks like he's gonna go for Luke. With the weaken and Luke being at 7 health left and the +1 damage, he could get it. Just needs Luke to not dodge. Luke does get +1 block though, so that's unfortunate. But that evade is going to go away, which is good because that is going to give Terro his Pierce 2. So basically invalidates the +1 block. And he's got Surge for +2, and he's got +1. I think he's 1 short. Is he 1 damage short? Oh no. Oh, he does have a reroll with Professional. Oh, I think that made it worse. But he had to take it. If he had gotten the damage and the surge, he would have killed Luke there. So, but unfortunately, that is going to leave him doing 5 damage to Luke with the Pierce 2. Puts Luke at 2 health remaining. He can't strengthen numbers, so I think that leaves Luke alive. And Luke's going to activate, so he's going to recover and run away, which is unfortunate for Joey. But I think that was the best play he had. Because he could kill Luke there, so I think that was a good play to rig. Attacking Leia would have accomplished nothing. Alright, so Luke going to go for the Stormtrooper, interestingly. It might seem like a waste, but he is probably banking on the fact that he's not going to need to use his Surge for +2 damage on the Stormtrooper, which will free it up for the Recover too, because his Trooper only has 2 health left. Unfortunately, though, he is weakened, and so he's going to be -1 Surge, and he's only got 1 Surge on the dice. He does have a reroll, though. He might reroll the yellow. Yep, and he gets the Surge he needs, so he can recover 2 damage. I thought he was going to recover. Oh, did he need that Surge to kill? Oh, because of Zillow. He had to respect the Zillow, so he had to use the Surge for +2 damage. And Zillow did that for free. Zillow didn't even need to discard a card to force Luke to spend his Surges suboptimally. That's just how good Zillow technique is. Alright. Shoretroopers is going to activate. I mean, that was good for That was great for Joey. He didn't have to face what we said he was going to face, right? Which was give lose Terro there, because he could have gone with IG-11 and killed Terro and denied Joey all those +1 damage buffs. But now Joey gets to have both. He got to activate Terro, and he's going to get his +1 damage buffs with his Shoretroopers, at least with one group. Let's see if he's got the Squad Swarm. That 5 speed is so good. It's so underrated on these troopers. That makes them stand out from their other 7-point cousins of the Stormtroopers and the Jet Troopers. And they've got a reroll, and they've got +2 accuracy. That looks good. I mean, you could reroll the green. Do you need the accuracy? 1, 2... Yeah, I think he needs the accuracy, though. So I'll probably keep that. Alright, so I think that's going to be 3 damage to IG, and that's unfocused. Let's see what the other focused one will do. Although the focused one is pretty far away. Yep, going to do 3 damage. Doesn't want to reroll there. Oh no, he's just deleting Yoda. And then what's this? Is this the urgency? There's the Squad Swarm. So wait, one is just going to stand on the terminal? He doesn't want to move it up? He get a good shot with this guy through the middle of the map. But, alright, so he's going to use Squad Swarm, just like we predicted. And now he's got two focused Shoretroopers within range, within striking distance of IG-11. Could they take him out and stop him from activating? I think that would have to be what happens to turn the tide of this game. And that was a good roll. He's got the range. He could actually re-roll the left side green with the 1 accuracy on it. Try to go for something better. He's currently doing 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 damage total. And he'd have to do 5 damage on the second shot to kill him. Yeah, I think he re-rolls. There, he did it, and he got it. He got the higher result. That's going to be... So what is that now? That's 5 damage. 6 damage. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, -3. 6 damage. Not only has to do 3 damage with this follow-up attack, but it's a longer range shot. I feel like he could have put the other trooper further in a different spot, but maybe not. Let's see what he gets here. He needs 2, 4. He needs range 5. But he's focused, and he's got +2 accuracy built in. Oh, the single damage side and the triple block. But can he get it through? He's got 3, 4, 6. He's doing 2 damage right now. He just needs to reroll that red. There, he got it. He got him. He did it. IG goes down without activating. Now, that being said, he's not going down quietly. He is going to self-destruct here and possibly take... Well, he's not going to take anybody with him, but he can move 3 spaces. Actually, he can only get 1 figure. Wow, Joey positioned really well to mitigate the self-destruct as well. He can only either get Terro or the Shoretrooper, so we're going to go down, and he's going to go for Terro, which makes sense. Terro's already at... Is that 9 or 6? It's very confusing. I think that's 6 damage on Terro. Ooh, he gets the max roll. 3 damage onto Terro from the self-destruct. And now Joey going up to 13 VPs, and now Morgan's going to have to find a response, but he's only got Gideon, Sokka, and R2 to activate this round. He is going to use Gideon to pull Leia back into safety, relative safety at least, standing next to 3PO and behind Sokka. I think we're going to see Sokka go down here to a focused Stormtrooper attack. Maybe not go down, but... Oh, that was not good. Actually, maybe that was good. So that's going to be 3, 4 damage to Sokka. That's not bad. And now... Oh, the Son of Skywalker, that's right. Wow, wait, did he just... He must have drawn that off of Heroic Effort. Because he just shuffled that back in this turn. Wow, he drew it off the Heroic Effort. Alright, Luke aiming to finish off Terro here with the reroll. Terro's got the +1 block. Joey's got one card in his hand. Can he survive? This is a big attack. 5, 6, 7, 8. He's going to take 5 damage here. 4. Oh, it's just enough to kill through the Zillow technique unless... Yeah, that's it. So Terro goes down. Morgan goes to 22 over Joey at 13. And now Joey does not have his boost. But Joey activated everybody already thanks to that squad swarm. So he got full value out of that cavalry charge. But he's still got the Wonder Twins to deal with, and they can absolutely recover out of range of him to kill them. And Sasuke gets to activate too. Sasuke going to attack the Stormtrooper here. Has a surge for +2 damage, and a surge for +1 and pierce 1. She has absolutely insane surge abilities. Gonna stop one of them, but no, that was the third surge she stopped. So we're looking at 4 damage. So actually one short. Oh, but she's got a reroll with Luke. Oh, is that enough to kill? Did she just one-shot that trooper? She would, except Zillow Technique's gonna stop it. Joey discarding ready weapons. That's kind of nuts that unfocused Sasuke. I mean, with an assist from Luke, but focused Sasuke one-shotting a Stormtrooper, but not through the Zillow Technique. And now, Joey's going to have initiative going into the next round, though, so let's see what he can do with that. R2 going to draw a card. Not going to open the door, though. I question this. I wonder if that was really worth keeping that extra command card draw. Maybe it will be, and maybe Joey will be able to pincer through this middle area with the 5 speed and maybe something like urgency. Wait, do these guys have efficient travel? They do, so he can go through this. That's actually pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get to here naturally. Or here. And you can draw a line of sight up to 3PO from there, I think. Yeah, you can see 3PO. Okay. Maybe Joey is going to have his cake and eat it too. He's going to draw his card, and he's going to have this focused Shoretrooper attack to go with it next round. So now Joey's going to have initiative. He is going to play reinforcements to get another Stormtrooper back. And I feel like that Stormtrooper should have been focused. We're going to have 2 Stormtroopers going for Luke, who is standing next to 3PO, but is at 2 health because of Zillow Technique last time. Oh, he's got the knowledge and defense, though. Luke defending with, dang, that's going to be a white, a black, and +1 block, +1 evade. That's going to be tough to break through. Yep, that's 3 blocks. Nothing Joey can do about that. He's going to back up and hope that this second Stormtrooper attack can finish the job. That looks pretty good. He needs to get that surge through for the +2 damage. Whoa, was there an element? No way, was there an element? Where was... Oh yeah, he did. He played element. Oh, because Luke had line of sight to the first one. So he couldn't play element on the first attack. That actually worked out so well for Joey. If he had played element on the first one, and then Luke had played knowledge, and then had a white defense dice on the second, he might have not gone down. But Luke goes down to this second Stormtrooper, and Joey is going to gain 7 VPs going to 20. Now it is almost tied up. 22, Morgan at 22, Joey to 20. I imagine we're getting close to the final round. This is probably the final round with time coming up. Okay, Heart of Freedom on Leia, going to recover 2 damage, and going to do some battlefield leadership. Oh, but she has to shoot at the damaged Stormtrooper. That's unfortunate because battlefield leadership specifies that when you have to attack the same target with your other attack. So 1 health Stormtrooper, not exactly what you want to be battlefield leadershiping. Gonna focus the other Stormtrooper. Does still get to move Sasuke with battlefield leadership, and then what did she shuffle back in with military efficiency? She's gonna redraw knowledge and defense. And then... Oh, shuffled the Heart of Freedom back in. That makes sense. get the recovery. But why did she stay there? Leia just gonna stay there. I guess she can't really get anywhere to safety because it's all open over here. Alright, Shoretroopers coming up with that 5 speed. Efficient travel. They are fast. And of course they're fast because they're supposed to be spotting for a mortar trooper. That was their whole design shtick. But no mortar troopers here. Joey opting for the efficiency of these Shoretroopers. Now that they are reinforceable, I might add. So the buff they got in season, what, 7? Going from 4-figure cost down to 3-figure cost. Very, very relevant here. And there is a good roll for that Shoretrooper on Saska, who overinvests in her evade option and is going to take 4 damage here. And that's going to put Saska down, and Joey's going to go up to 24, taking the lead on Morgan. Morgan is going to have to get a kill with Gideon now that Saska has gone down. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, though. He's going to have to focus Gideon with 3PO and then hope to do 5 damage to a Stormtrooper and win by 1 point, maybe. Although if 3PO dies, then that's not happening. Okay, other Shoretrooper going to come up, attacks Leia, who has +1 evade built in. These Shoretroopers don't care. He might even reroll this red die. Yep, there you go. Nice. 5 damage to Leia. Has 3 health left, I believe. Interesting. It's funny that she has... Well, I guess she's 8 points, so she has more health than Luke. That makes sense. Alright, 3PO going to focus up Gideon, as we suspected, but the Shoretroopers moved to cover the Stormtrooper. And it's looking like Joey might have locked it up here. Joey still has his back group of Shoretroopers to go, and now Morgan's going to have to move Gideon to take this focused shot on the Stormtrooper, and he rolls garbage, and Luke is dead. No rerolls for Gideon. That's going to be 2 damage to the Stormtrooper, and I think if this is the last round, then Joey's got it. These Shoretroopers are going to move up and focus. The other Shoretrooper is just going to sit on that terminal. Oh, that Shoretrooper has 1 health left. I was babbling about how Joey should have moved him up. That's won him the game. That play, leaving him on that terminal and not letting him die, that I was criticizing stupidly. Absolutely won Joey the game there, assuming this is the last round. Both players revealing their cards. Oh, are we going to go into another round here? Heart of Freedom on Leia. Okay, they're playing fast. We got 1 more round. It's 24-22 in Joey's favor now. Morgan's got to catch up. He's got to kill some figures, and assuming Leia goes down, he has to get 9 points of value here. Okay, somehow Gideon is still focused. I don't know why. I don't think he should be focused. Oh, unless he did damage. Did he do damage, though? I don't know, I kind of want to go back and look. Oh yeah, okay, he did 2 damage and he self-focused with his search for focus. Okay, Gideon's focused. We got there. And now we're doing battlefield leadership onto the Shoretrooper. No power token, no power converter though, so no rerolls for Leia at all. And she's doing 6 damage here, recover 2. She recovered 2 at the Heart of Freedom. Joey gonna discard fleet-footed for Zillow technique and takes 3 damage. He's gonna tank this battlefield leadership here, front-loading his Zillow technique on the first attack, so he has another Zillow technique discard on the second. Better Gideon attack here, but the triple block, that's gonna only do 2 damage, even before Zillow technique. And I don't think that's what Morgan wanted to see. And now the Shoretrooper gonna hit Gideon with the maximum damage. I mean, that surge isn't doing anything. But Gideon goes down, Joey goes to 27, and no more Gideon activation for Morgan. He just has 3PO and R2. And they are revealing cards, and that is the game. Wow. I thought Morgan had it, and honestly, I've been concerned about Morgan's Morgan's list a little bit, because he's really good with it, and it does really well. It's basically just spam 3 dice attacks as much as you can with Leia and Son of Skywalker and IG, and it's really good. But this list was really good too from Joey, this Shoretrooper list. He focused them up, he keeps them in play with reinforcements, and then he sets up that Terro turn with cavalry charge, and then the 5 speed's really good. Plus, you get to move 1 more space when you attack with them with Vader's Finest. So they can move 4 and then move 2 back or whatever. Yeah, seems good. Alright, so Joey is making it to the finals, and we're going to check out the other semifinals game, which is going to be Destruct versus Pwned. So that's going to be some double Rancor action. Make sure you come back tomorrow for the semifinals, and hopefully we'll get the finals game log reviewed for this week as well. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.